but they also have side effects. And that's already led to some class action lawsuits being filed due to the damage that they can cause. And they're also forever medications. Almost everyone has to continue to take them forever to maintain the benefit. And our patients, they don't want to take medications forever. They want to get healthier. They want to get off all of their medications for good. And that's what we help them with.
Now, with your program, you guarantee results. Guarantee. How does that work?
So if someone follows our program as directed and their diabetes isn't reversed, they get a 100% refund plus $1,000 just for trying it. So they really have nothing to lose by trying our program. We're so confident in this methodology.
How can people learn about your patented type 2 diabetes reversal program?
Well, we offer several free webinars every week where people can learn all about our program. And to register, they can just go to reversemydiabetesfast.com.
Reversemydiabetesfast.com. Reversemydiabetesfast.com. Go there. Dr. Christine Burke, she is the medical director of the Diabetes Reversal Group. We appreciate you coming on the show. Reversemydiabetesfast.com. Hi, I'm Wayne Allen Root from Vertical Research Advisory, VRA. Kip Herridge's one-of-a-kind global investment and economic newsletter. Listen up! Trump is in charge. The glory days are here.
Growth rates are only going to grow from here.
This is your 4-year window to make a fortune and set up your retirement for the rest of your life. Kip wins whether the markets are up or down, whether the economy is up or down.
We set our folks up for long-term success.
For 21 years, Kip's been a friend, as well as my personal financial advisor. During that time, he's beaten the markets 86% of the time, while the average Wall Street money manager loses to the market 90% of the time. Now Kip is predicting a new golden age for the economy. Let Kip prove it to you for free. Kip's offering his daily VRA investment letter completely free for 2 weeks. Free for 2 weeks. Try it for 2 weeks. I know you'll stay for life. Join now at VRAinsider.com.
Hi, this is Andy Ross, CEO of American Rebel. We just launched America's patriotic, God-fearing, Constitution-loving, national anthem-singing, stand-your-ground beer with overwhelming success. We're going after our share of the $110 billion beer market. Some say we're the fastest-growing beer in U.S. history. We just say it tastes like freedom. Check us out on NASDAQ, AREB. American Rebel is the only beer we're drinking round here.
Wayne Allen Root, you're in the war zone. Welcome to the show, presented by the Gateway Pundit, my website, root4america.com. You can find this podcast there every day, 2 hours a day, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. East Coast time, 6 to 8 p.m. East Coast, 3 to 5 p.m. West Coast. You can also find it at Rumble, at untamednation.com, and, of course, at the top of the gatewaypundit.com, the biggest MAGA website in the world, 2.5 million unique readers every single day at the Gateway Pundit. We are now the official podcast of the Gateway Pundit. My guest is Alan Dershowitz. We'll have him in just 1 second, one of the greatest lawyers in this country has ever seen. And we'll talk a little bit about Epstein and about the grand jury for Obama. But I want to mention the sponsor of this segment of the show, Energized Health. They sponsored this show for almost 5 years now. My radio show, my TV show, my podcast, all sponsored for 5 years by Energized Health. I lost 25 pounds of fat and gained 10 pounds of muscle when I went in this program for only 88 days to start the program 5 years ago. And my life has never been the same. I gained 3 TV shows past the age of 61 years old. I don't think anyone's ever done that before. Today, I'm 64. I'll be on Medicare next year, and I look the best of my life. There's me in the gym today. There's me almost 15 years ago at Freedom Fest with Steve Forbes. So when I was 50, that's what I look like, and there's me in the gym today. Thank you, Energized Health. They reversed aged me. They are my fountain of youth. Here's your chance to be like Wayne. They've created Energized Health, a special opportunity to share with you in a 5-day challenge. Lose 5 pounds in 5 days for only $5. It's coming up Monday, August 18th. So register now at my555challenge.com, my555challenge.com. Take advantage of their VIP special for only $99. Get a health assessment with a health professional. Get your own intercellular hydration measured by a device shipped to your home, all for $99. VIP special. Register now at my555challenge.com, or just spend $5 to lose 5 pounds of fat in 5 days, guaranteed, or you get your money back. All right. Energized Health, thank you. Alan Dershowitz with us, one of the greatest lawyers in America's history, professor emeritus at Harvard Law School, and best-selling author. Alan Dershowitz, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, I'd love to be on your show. You're always so energized, and you look so great. I hope I look like that when I turn your age. I'm going to be 87 next month, so
We're going to peel back the clock, Alan. Come on. You're going to be my age tomorrow. We're peeling it back. Listen, before I get to the Epstein stuff and the grand jury probe into Russiagate, I see here there was a farmer's market on Martha's Vineyard that refused to sell to you because you're Jewish? You know, I'm Jewish too. Did that really happen today, in this day and age?
Yeah, it happened today again. I went to the farmer's market today. A couple of weeks ago, I went there wearing a shirt that said, "Proud American Zionist." And this guy saw my shirt, and he refused to sell me pierogi. And he said, "I'm not selling you pierogi." So today I confronted him again, and I said, you know, in the spirit of the farmer's market, we work together. Will you sell me my pierogi? No. It's not because you're a Jew. It's because of who you represent. So listen to what this means. In other words, he says, I'm admitting to being a McCarthyite, that is discriminating against you because of who your clients are. And that's my defense to the charge that maybe I'm anti-Zionist, anti-Israel, anti-Semitic. In any event, I didn't get to eat my pierogi. And the people on Martha's Vineyard are completely on his side, because once I defended Donald Trump, once I was his lawyer, I became persona non grata. I can't speak in the library, can't speak in the Hebrew Center, can't speak in the community center. They won't let me basically walk the streets without coming screaming at me and yelling at me. I have people in front of my house with signs. They hate the fact that I defended Trump.
Oh, my gosh.
They hate that I also defended Ted Kennedy, and I also defended Bill Clinton, but that's in the past. I'm now defending Donald Trump in front of the Senate, so I'm defending the devil, and I can't eat pierogi. Remember the soup Nazi on Seinfeld? No pierogi for you.
Yes. No soup for you. No pierogi for you.
Yeah,
so I'll tell you a quick story. So you don't know this. I produce TV shows. So I produced 3 mega hit reality TV shows. And they all went to my partner in New York, who has a big production company. I gave him the idea, and I bought the show. I sold the show. I made the show happen. And then his production company carried it out. And he made millions and millions of dollars on me. I made hundreds of thousands. He made millions. Sold them to big TV networks. And everything was fine. He knew I was a Republican. He's a big Democrat, big Jewish Democrat, but he always knew I was a Republican, and he thought it was cute, and we laughed about it. And then one day he sends me a text, Alan, about 4 years ago. No, right before Trump lost. So it was 2019, about 5-6 years ago. He sends me a text. We're no longer in business together. I'm not doing any more TV shows with you. You and I are finished. And I sent back a text, and I said, very funny. Is today like April Fool's Day? And he said, no. I'm being serious. I want nothing to do with you. I'm not. If you call me, I won't answer the phone. I now believe you are the agent for Hitler, Donald Trump. You're the agent for Hitler, and I'm never speaking to you again. And I said, don't you do business with other Republicans? They're not friends with Trump. They don't argue for Trump. They don't defend Trump. You are the agent for Hitler, and you and I are done. And after I made millions of dollars, we never spoke again.
I had the same thing.
It's
I
insanity.
had lawyers who I've helped their careers, people who I've defended their daughters for free. A guy invites me to his daughter's engagement party. I agree. Then he writes me a letter saying, I'm sorry, I have to disinvite you because nobody will come to the party if you're there. And another one said to me,
oh my God,
social suicide for me to be seen with you because you are perceived to be a supporter of Donald Trump. Now, I defended him on the Constitution, but in Chilmark, that's the equivalent of defending the devil. I had a guy actually write to me and say, you're defending the devil. So I sent him the soliloquy from A Man for All Seasons, where St. Thomas More says, I would defend the devil because I want to make sure the laws of England are preserved. And, people don't understand that. I grew up during McCarthyism when lawyers were held responsible for their clients. And now we're seeing left-wing McCarthyism, particularly in the most intolerant place I've ever lived in my life, Martha's Vineyard. Particularly a part of Martha's Vineyard is very radical and very left. And if you're perceived as having anything positive to say with the devil, you are persona non grata. People say to the restaurant I go to, if you continue to serve Dershowitz, we're not going to eat here anymore. Fortunately, the restaurant owner says, fine, we don't need your business. I'm happy to serve Alan. So, there are some people on my side, but boy, the vast majority of Martha's Vineyarders are happy. Now, if somebody refused to sell somebody on Martha's Vineyard because they were gay or transgender, they would be out of business tomorrow. In fact, one of the things I was accused of doing is when I was arguing with this person, I made the horrible mistake of slipping once and saying he, and they then screamed at me. I misgendered him. It's the they. And God. The word they, and the police on Martha's Vineyard, believe me, a policeman came up to me and said, you have to use the word they. And I said, sir, I'll say whatever I want to say. And it's not the role of the policeman to tell me what grammar to use. Yes, I'm going to use the word.
Right.
I respect, but the police can't come in and tell me to use the word they.
Unbelievable. Well, remember, my partner was in Manhattan. If there's anything worse than Martha's Vineyard, it's Manhattan, where they wanted to put Trump in prison for life. For what? I don't know. I still haven't figured out for what. But just remember, they said I'm the agent for Hitler. So there's a Jew, a liberal Jew in New York, telling me that because I'm friends with Trump, Trump is Hitler, even though Trump's been the best president in history for Israel and the Jewish people. Say what you want about Trump on other issues. He's the greatest for Israel ever. How could he be Hitler? It's so ludicrous.
But people on the Vineyard say, he doesn't care about Jews. He's only doing it to destroy universities. He's using the Jews and going to foment anti-Semitism. And I said, anti-Semites like Trump, I'll take any day of the week. He's been terrific.
Exactly.
Terrific for Jews. He is the least anti-Semitic person you can ever imagine. You can criticize him, but don't use that. That's terrible. And so I'm going to fight back.
Ridiculous.
People are going to boo me. They're going to scream at me. I have people standing in front of my house with signs. My wife gets upset. I had to go to the flea market today and buy her a present because she came with me to the farmer's market. She had to endure this. People were screaming at me and yelling, insulting me because I want a pierogi. I just want a pierogi like my grandmother used to make.
Unbelievable. It's so bizarre how the left has just decided that no one's allowed to speak. They must be silenced. They must be censored. They must be shamed. They must lose their jobs. They must lose their income. And if Trump didn't win, Alan, it was going to go a long way further than that. But Trump won, and it changed everything. It really did. And now Colbert is off the air soon. Howard Stern's off the air soon. Everything has changed.
Look, Colbert is off the air because he's the least funny guy you ever imagined. Nobody laughs. They just clap. They clap with proof of his points. So, look, I'm an old Democrat. I voted for every Democrat since 1960. But in the midterm elections, I'm thinking about helping the Republicans maintain control of the House and the Senate because I'm terrified of what would happen if the Democrats got control of those two bodies and appointed, the squad to be chair people of committees. Elizabeth Warren, who was my colleague for 25 years and has become a despicable hater of
The
anything.
Indian. Hey, Alan, we're going to a break. We're going to a break. Stay there. We're grabbing you on the other side.
Sure.
Don't go anywhere.
Sure.
You and the Indian from Harvard. Don't go anywhere. Pocahontas. We'll be right back. Wayne Allyn Root, The War Zone with Alan Dershowitz. Be right back. Don't go anywhere.
In every thread, in every stitch, Honor-Bound USA weaves the fabric of the American spirit. It's not just apparel, it's a testament to God, family, and country. At Honor-Bound USA, we're a family of patriots who put our faith, family, and America first. When you visit our website, you'll find a line of products that embody our commitment to pray, stand, speak, and act. As the official site for the Untamed podcast, all of our products proclaim speaking the truth with courage. We also have the powerful documentary from Professor David Clements, Let My People Go. Identify yourself as one of the few who are willing to stand for what they believe in. Join the Honor-Bound USA family today. Wear it as a badge of honor, commitment to the values that shape us, and a pledge to the bright future we will build together. Because when you're honor-bound, you're not just wearing a brand, you're embodying a lifestyle.
What would you say if we told you you could reverse most any ailment or symptom
without painful exercises in just 88 days? We have created the only patent-pending intercellular hydration protocol.
Don't miss your opportunity to feel better. We know there's a lot of false hope out there, and many people have bought programs that work for a moment, but life's a lot longer than a moment.
We have been helping people gain intercellular hydration for nearly 3 decades.
You will lose fat, not weight, fat. Fast, including that killer visceral fat. Chronic dehydration is one of the root causes of many ailments and symptoms. Ask your doctor about Energized Health. Don't miss your opportunity to transform your health now.
Go to the website below or scan the QR code to learn more.
Possible side effects may include increased joy, energy, potential reduction in prescriptions, more fulfilling relationships, fewer doctor visits, and overall improved quality of health and life.
Hi, I'm Joe, Supreme Leader of DCF Guns. What is DCF Guns, you ask? We're the best damn gun store and range in the universe. Do we have guns? We have all the guns. We got small guns. We got big guns. We even have beastly guns. We offer all types of training, and we have 5 ranges across our 3 locations. I'm a good shot. And of course, we have all types of ammo. We even have flamethrowers. Woo! We offer incredible membership opportunities, and members save even more on guns, ammo, and accessories. Military, both active and retired, and first responders get up to 40% off memberships. Come join the DCF family today, where we keep the range hot and the deals hotter. It's hot.
$10 billion are stolen every year from Americans by online scammers. Every day, millions of people fall victim to online threats. Over 30 million spam calls are made per day in America, with over 50% of daily emails being considered spam. And that's not all. On average, over 40% of devices are vulnerable to hackers, and each person in America has 10 passwords stolen per year. Can you imagine having unrecoverable credit card debt? Your savings drained to zero, your home foreclosed on, your identity stolen and ruined, your entire life, poof, gone. Introducing Safe and Secure. With the advanced programs, you'll be able to stay in control and keep hackers out. Don't let the cyber criminals win. Safe and Secure. Shield against hackers and embrace peace of mind. Visit PadoxaSNS.com for more information and to learn how to keep yourself protected.
Hi, this is Wayne Allyn Root. If you're sick and tired of supporting woke companies, I have great news for you. You don't have to anymore. You can shop where my family shops at GreatPatriotStore.com. My team researched thousands of companies for my best-selling book, The Great Patriot Boycott Book, and one stood out above all, GreatPatriotStore.com. This is the answer to inflation. Hundreds of household products that you're already buying. Much higher quality, no toxic chemicals, delivered right to your door at incredible prices. 20,000 American families are joining every month, and you should too. And now they've got the beef, pasture raised with no hormones, antibiotics, or mRNA ever, exclusively available only to their members. Like Costco or Sam's Club, you need to become a member. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. Fill out the form and they'll contact you right away. And boom, you're a member. For a limited time, the annual membership is $1. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. That's GreatPatriotStore.com. We've entered the war zone. The Mecca of MAGA, welcome, presented by the Gateway Pundit. Alan Dershowitz is with us. His book, he's got a new book out. The title is The Preventative State, The Challenge of Preventing Serious Harms While Preserving Essential Liberties. The Preventative State by Alan Dershowitz, one of the most prolific authors and one of the best lawyers, if not the best, that this country has ever seen. And I always enjoy having him on the show. He's the only guy who's ever voted Democrat who I have a great time with on the show. I love every time he comes on. Alan, welcome back. How are you, man?
Well, thank you. Hear an interesting story about this book. So this is my 57th book, the best one I ever wrote. It's the most important book I wrote. But the New York Times refuses to review it because I defended Trump. They absolutely have had 7 New York Times bestsellers. I've reviewed probably a dozen books for the New York Times, but the Times has canceled me, absolutely. So if you want to get even with the New York Times, go to Amazon and buy my book, The Preventive State. It's about the dangers we face when the state intrudes too deeply in order to try to prevent harms. It's all about COVID. It's about the attack on Iran. It's about, you name it, gun control. It's about all the hot button issues. But the Times will not review it because I defended Donald Trump. So when you read reviews in the New York Times, understand that it's all political, and the radical left just won't let go. They will use every weapon at their disposal, including trying to cancel books that are important books. So please read it. Get it on Amazon.com.
I'm going to grab a copy as soon as my show is over today. I've already made a note to get The Preventative State by Alan Dershowitz, my buddy. Hey, Alan, let me ask you a question again that's not on the agenda, but when I have you here, I like to ask questions.
Sure.
So you're like me. You're a big supporter of Israel. I keep hearing from people, most of them are liberal, but I even have a few conservative friends. Remember, there's Tucker Carlson out there. There's Marjorie Taylor Greene out there. Steve Bannon's not the best friend of Israel. And Candace Owens, who's got on a jag now. She likes Hitler. There's even people on the right. And they say to me, Wayne, Israel is killing children. Israel is starving people to death. What's your answer to that? Because my answer is these are lies by people who make things up that would rather that Jews would die and they'd say nothing. But if Jews fight back, they want to make up a lie about Jews. But what's your answer?
It's worse than lies. I'm going to Israel this Monday. I'm going to go to Gaza. I'm going to meet with the prime minister, the president, the head of the Mossad, all the important people, because I want to expose the lie. Hamas has a strategy. They've been using it for years. They attack Israeli civilians. They know Israel will respond, so they hide their fighters among babies and children in the hope that Israel will kill babies. Then they carry out the dead babies. Call it the dead baby strategy or the CNN strategy. And CNN falls for it. And CNN has blood on its hands because it shows these dead babies without explaining that they're all Hamas's fault. And it makes sure that Hamas will do it again. You know who else has blood on their hands? France, England, Canada, New Zealand. What they're saying to Hamas is, don't make a deal. Don't return the hostages. You don't have to. We're going to recognize the Palestinian state as a reward for your terrorism of October 7th. So why would Hamas ever give in when countries like England and France and others are saying, we're going to give you whatever you want, just kill more Jews, just attack more people. Don't worry, attack Americans too. There are a lot of Americans who were killed on October 7th. will reward you for that, will reward Hamas for that. It's despicable.
Yes, and the starvation, too. The starvation that you see, A, there's a lot of false images, total BS. And B, I'm guessing Hamas stole all the food so that the people would starve so they could say, see, the Jews killed the people, right?
Yeah, and also on October 8th, the day after this, before Israel sent any troops in, they were already saying starvation. They were already saying genocide. They were already making all those cried wolf over and over and over again. Look, children need to have food, of course, but Hamas has to make sure it doesn't steal the food. There were pictures online of Hamas fighters pigging out in the tunnels, eating, while the people on top of the tunnels, by the way, Hamas uses the tunnels to protect itself, its fighters, but it won't let a single civilian get into the safety of a tunnel or get any of the food. So, the media is just playing into the hands of Hamas. It's terrible, and Donald Trump is exposing this and doing the right thing. And I, as an old Democrat, I have nothing but praise for Donald Trump, the way he dealt with Israel. They asked him today, what do you think of Israel's plan for the Gaza? And he said, hey, it's up to Israel. It's up to Israel. And what he did, bombing Iran,
correct answer,
facilities, that was great for world peace, and it was great for Israel.
No, when it comes to Israel, Trump's always great. And I would like to point out to liberals, when you said they said he just does it for whatever his own selfish reasons is, Trump was the grand marshal of the Israeli Independence Day Parade in New York City 30 years ago. Trump was the first guy to open a golf club in Palm Beach and let Jews become members 30 years ago. Trump was always pro-Jewish.
He called me when he opened up that golf club, and he said to me, I may need your help to get some permits. I said, well, why are you doing this? He said, because of the Everglades Club, or whatever the name of the club was, next door that didn't allow Jews in. Right. And that club has been the first one in Palm Beach that really has been completely integrated and open to Jews. Palm Beach used to be Judenrein when it came to anything like that, and Donald Trump really integrated it and made good things happen. So, you can say whatever you want.
All right, Ellen, we're on the way out there. Give me a 10 count. Give me a 10 count. We got to run. Alan Dershowitz's new book is called The Preventative State. I'm grabbing a copy right now. Alan, you're the best. God bless you. The Preventative State. Go get a copy. Hour 2.
Thanks.
In every thread, in every stitch, Honor-Bound USA weaves the fabric of the American spirit. It's not just apparel, it's a testament to God, family, and country. At Honor-Bound USA, we're a family of patriots who put our faith, family, and America first. When you visit our website, you'll find a line of products that embody our commitment to pray, stand, speak, and act. As the official site for the Untamed podcast, all of our products proclaim speaking the truth with courage. We also have the powerful documentary from Professor David Clements, Let My People Go. Identify yourself as one of the few who are willing to stand for what they believe in. Join the Honor-Bound USA family today. Wear it as a badge of honor, commitment to the values that shape us, and a pledge to the bright future we will build together. Because when you're honor-bound, you're not just wearing a brand, you're embodying a lifestyle.
I'm Wayne LaRoute for Vertical Research Advisory, VRA, Kip Herridge's one-of-a-kind global investment and economic newsletter. Listen up! Trump is in charge. The glory days are here.
Growth rates are only going to grow from here.
This is your 4-year window to make a fortune and set up your retirement for the rest of your life. Kip wins whether the markets are up or down, whether the economy is up or down.
We set our folks up for long-term success.
For 21 years, Kip's been a friend, as well as my personal financial advisor. During that time, he's beaten the markets 86% of the time, while the average Wall Street money manager loses the market 90% of the time. Now Kip is predicting a new golden age for the economy. Let Kip prove it to you for free. Kip's offering his daily VRA investment letter completely free for 2 weeks. Free for 2 weeks. Try it for 2 weeks. I know you'll stay for life. Join now at VRAinsider.com. right, Wayne Alaroot, President Trump wants to make America the energy capital of the world, make America energy independent again. Here is a project that could help accomplish that, or certainly go a long way to helping accomplish it. I'm so proud to introduce you to a real America hero of the energy industry, Mark Bruner, founder and CEO of Lost Soldier Oil and Gas. Mark is a second-generation oil and gas legend whose companies have created more than $15 billion in shareholder value, including Ultra Petroleum. But Lost Soldier could be bigger than Ultra Petroleum, with what could be the largest gas discovery in the United States in 100 years. It's 40,000 acres. It took them 40 years to piece it together in Wyoming. Mark, welcome. How are you?
I'm great. Good to see you again, Wayne.
Tell us more about Lost Soldier. What have you got?
Well, I think we've got a really big gas field. I mean, in order to understand why it's just being done now, you got to understand the history. There was a uranium mine out here, and whenever there was a meltdown by 3 Mile Island, they started reclamating this mine and shut it down. 3 years ago, I got a call that basically asked me if I would drill it because they finally got the release and the reclamation was over and they had permits to drill it. So we drilled it, and it's the biggest discovery that I've ever made, okay? It's basically deep overpressured gas. Starting at around 13,000 feet, it's like a layer cake. It's just zone after zone of overpressure is what it is. So we're very excited about it. The other great thing is that it's surrounded by infrastructure, legacy fields that are essentially run out, and billions of dollars of infrastructure is there for us to utilize, and we don't have to build it. We're building a 5 mile line to hook into that infrastructure, and we believe we can produce up to 400 million a day within 36 months to fill that line, and then we're going to build a bigger line. That's the plan, and yeah, we couldn't be more excited.
Very exciting.
What we have.
Hey, Mark, listen, I want to make sure people that contact you, if they're accredited investors and they want to hear more about the project, they want to get involved, they go to lostsoldier.com. Lostsoldier.com. Mark's got a whole team. Every one of them has 40 plus years of experience in the energy and oil business, and they will contact you, call you back, or email you back, and they'll get back to you as soon as they can. Lost Soldier Oil and Gas. You want to get involved, he's the man.
$10 billion are stolen every year from Americans by online scammers. Every day, millions of people fall victim to online threats. Over 30 million spam calls are made per day in America, with over 50% of daily emails being considered spam. And that's not all. On average, over 40% of devices are vulnerable to hackers, and each person in America has 10 passwords stolen per year. Can you imagine having unrecoverable credit card debt? Your savings drained to zero, your home foreclosed on, your identity stolen and ruined, your entire life, poof, gone. Introducing Safe and Secure. With the advanced programs, you'll be able to stay in control and keep hackers out. Don't let the cyber criminals win. Safe and Secure. Shield against hackers and embrace peace of mind. Visit PadoxaSNS.com for more information and to learn how to keep yourself protected.
We're a community of proud, fearless patriots who aren't afraid of wearing our values on our sleeve. We are Honor-Bound USA, and we proudly declare our declaration to God, family, and country. When you visit our website, you'll find a line of products that embody our commitment to pray, stand, speak, and act. As the official site for the Untamed podcast, all of our products proclaim speaking the truth with courage. Explore our collection today, because when you're honor-bound, you're not just wearing a brand, you're embodying a lifestyle.
Hi, this is Andy Ross, CEO of American Rebel. We just launched America's patriotic, God-fearing, Constitution-loving, national anthem singing, stand your ground beer with overwhelming success. We're going after our share of the $110 billion beer market. Some say we're the fastest growing beer in U.S. history. We just say it tastes like freedom. Check us out on NASDAQ, AREB. American Rebel is the only beer we're drinking round here.
Wayne on the route, hour number 2 of the War Zone. Welcome to the War Zone, the Mecca of MAGA, presented by the Gateway Pundit. Thank you, Gateway Pundit. A big event this weekend, by the way. Just go to thegatewaypundit.com, and right at the top, or I think now a kind of a pop-up ad appears as well. And you can get tickets for the event in Las Vegas this Saturday, and it's now been confirmed. The opening speaker of the event is yours truly, Wayne on the route. I will open the event at 9:30 a.m. Saturday morning. Very first speaker, Lara Logan, will open the event as the MC, and then bring up the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem, and then they will introduce the first speaker, Wayne on the route, at 9:30. The event opens up at 9, Ahern Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada. Go to the Gateway Pundit, and they will give you, all the information you need to register for the event. Free parking at the Ahern Hotel. That means something to someone because it's $50 to park in most Vegas hotels nowadays. It's free at Ahern, which is good. I've been on that story for a long time. I predicted chickens would come home to roost and hurt Las Vegas because no one wants to pay $40-50 to park. No one, and they didn't listen to me. And it was the story I wrote in the Vegas newspaper in 2016. Do you realize how long ago that was? 2000, well, maybe it was, it was 2016. So that was 9 years ago. I told them, if you charge for parking, you're going to go under. They're going to stop coming. People will get angry. They didn't listen to me. And visitation is down now. And they're saying, oh, it's because of Trump. It's because Trump turned off the international visitors. No, it's not. It's because American tourists do not want to drive to Vegas and park their car and spend $50 a night while they're already spending $300 a night in the hotel for the hotel room, and another $500 for food, and a show, another $500 for that. So they're spending $1,000 a night, and you gotta job them for $50 for parking. Ridiculous. Zero parking fee at Ahern Hotel. Go to thegatewaypundit.com. And come to the event on Saturday and Sunday, and I'll be your opening speaker on Saturday. Everyone loves my energy. You saw Dershowitz, Alan Dershowitz said, love coming on your show because I love your energy. And that's what I bring. That's what I give, right? I'm the Energizer Bunny. Ghislaine Maxwell reportedly cleared Trump's name in a DOJ interview. She told the Justice Department she never observed President Donald Trump doing anything around her that caused concern. Nothing would be harmful to President Trump. Nothing, she said, was harmful to President Trump. There goes the argument of all the Trump haters who want to tell you Trump did something wrong. Howard Stern's Sirius XM show is in dire straits as his $500 million contract ends. He was the undisputed king of U.S. media throughout the 1990s and early 2000s. Somewhere along the way, he lost his penis. That's my opinion. He got married, and the new gal's a blonde Hollywood girl. She's a big liberal, and she literally took his penis away and locked it up. And he became this pussycat, this wussy, and he became this liberal woke loser. And everybody hates him now, and he never got it. There's no women that tune into Howard Stern. It's kind of rough, macho, New York men with testosterone and machismo. And there are men like that in every town. You don't have to be a New Yorker to have New York macho and machismo. You know, the toughest men in Cleveland, the toughest men in Dallas, the toughest men in L.A. all tuned in to Stern, who became the king of the U.S. media and the number one talk show host. And it was all men, and those kind of men all vote for Trump. So when he started hating Trump and doing, saying the opposite opinion of everything of Trump, that was the end of his career. Nobody's going to tune in anymore. How could you be so stupid? But there's a lot of people like him, right? Arnold Schwarzenegger was the greatest until he started listening to his wife, Maria Shriver, from the Kennedy family, and she denuded him. And believe it or not, as macho as Arnold is, she took away his penis, locked it up. Arnold became a woke pussy cat. And from that point on, nobody liked him. You got to be you. You got to be true to you, and you got to be true to your fans. And if everyone who likes you is a man who likes action films or a man who likes talk shows that are set up for real macho men, and you become this feminist woke loser, everyone's going to leave. You're going to have no audience. You know what it'd be like? I'll give you an example. If I did this podcast and I suddenly became a Trump-hating Democrat overnight, I'd lose my whole audience. Who tuned into this show for Wayne Root to attack Donald Trump? Nobody. Zero. Howard Stern, you ruined your whole career. You're an idiot. But does it matter? He's a billionaire. Doesn't matter. He lives in a gigantic mansion with his stupid blonde, bimbo, Hollywood, liberal, loser wife. And she's gorgeous. And they have no kids together, so he's alone with her. He can do whatever he wants all day and night. And he has fun. And he's got $1 billion in the bank to prove it. So I guess he doesn't care, most probably. But you know what? He does care, because everyone cares. That's the thing about Hollywood. You know, everyone on TV, we, even I, we all have ego. And we want to have a big show and a big audience. And I don't care if you have $1 billion in the bank. When no one listens anymore and you lose your show, you're devastated. So Howard's getting his just desserts. Someone sent me something today, and it's so true. Hold on a second. Let me get it. It's so true. My buddy Hollis sent it. Here it is. So, because Trump won, Colbert is fired, Howard Stern is fired, Joy Reid is fired, Jim Acosta's gone, Neil Cavuto's gone, Lester Holt is gone, Chuck Todd is gone, Chris Wallace is gone, PBS is defunded, NPR is defunded, USAID is gone, white people are back in TV commercials, morbidly obese black women are appearing less frequently in those commercials. I would add morbidly obese lesbian black women. Disney removed a teenage trans girl from their show Win or Lose. Black Captain America tanked. ABC had to give Trump $17 million for lying about him. AP, as an Associated Press, had to cut 8% of its workforce. Univision had to lay off hundreds of workers. CNN ratings are in a week-to-week death spiral. MSNBC's ratings are in a week-to-week death spiral. Wolf Blitzer and Jake Tapper were denied raises. Rachel Maddow had to take a pay cut. Justin Trudeau is gone. And the Gulf of Mexico is now the Gulf of America. We haven't completed our job, however, until The View is off the air. I like that. Thank you, Hollis. That's a good one. The world has really changed. I mean, really. DHS Secretary, Department of Homeland Security Secretary, Kristi Noem reveals 80,000 Americans have applied to become ICE agents. They have a recruitment underway nationwide to hire 10,000 new ICE officers, and as of today, we have over 80,000 applications for those 10,000 positions. Perhaps the financial incentives made the difference. They're giving each person a $50,000 signing bonus and tens of thousands in student loan repayment. Wow. And I heard today they're taking age requirements off, so you can now be 70 years old and retired and become an ICE officer. If you want to do your duty and do your job to protect America and defend the homeland and pick up a $50,000 bonus and you're 70 years old, you can become an ICE officer. All the age limits are off. All right, this is kind of typical to me. Virginia Democrat gubernatorial candidate and ex-CIA officer took $50,000 from CCCP linked tycoon. So this is what goes on every day. They're all bought and paid for by China, in my opinion. All the Democrats. Virginia Democrat gubernatorial candidate Abigail Spamberger took $50,000 from a Chinese businessman tied to the Chinese Communist Party, according to campaign finance records. The donations came in $25 installments in April and May from Pin Ni, president of Wanxiang America, the U.S. arm of Chinese automotive conglomerate Wanxiang Group, which has deep ties to the CCP. Actually, the Wanxiang Group awarded the company's founder posthumously, in other words, he died. His name is Liu Guangqi, the title of National Outstanding Communist Party member in a 2021 press release for his pursuit of communism as a lifelong ideal and practice. So these are real commies, and they're bankrolling this Virginia Democrat woman running for governor of Virginia. Wow. Crazy stuff, man. If you dig deep enough, I think you'll find that almost every Democrat is owned by either China or the Chinese Communist Party or the Mexican drug cartel. One of them, I'm telling you. Dig deep and you will see it. All right, VR Wayne Root is owned by nobody, but I have some great sponsors, and they're all great conservatives, and they all love this show, and that's why they're sponsoring it. They're all Trumpers. They're all MAGA. VRA, main title sponsor of the show, Vertical Research Advisory. Kip Herridge founded VRA in 2003, so now it's 22 years old. And Kip's a huge conservative, a huge capitalist, a huge Trumper. He founded VRA, his Global Investment and Economic Newsletter, in 2003, and since then, top performing recommendations have beaten the market 86% of the time, 18 out of 21 years, and he's so hot this year, I guarantee you it'll be 19 out of 22 years. I have followed Kip's investment recommendations for more than 20 years, and I am a witness. Everything he recommends, when the markets are up, they go up. When the markets are down, he makes you money. When the economy's up, he makes you money. When the economy's down, he makes you money. And now you get his daily VRA investment letter completely free for 2 weeks. You will take it free for 2 weeks and you'll stay for life. That's my prediction. Join now at VRAinsider.com. VRAinsider.com. And you get his best-selling book, The Big Bribe, for free as well. 2 weeks free. Nothing to lose, nothing to risk. VRAinsider.com. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Great guests coming up. Lots of more stories coming up.
In every thread, in every stitch, Honor-Bound USA weaves the fabric of the American spirit. It's not just apparel, it's a testament to God, family, and country. At Honor-Bound USA, we're a family of patriots who put our faith, family, and America first. When you visit our website, you'll find a line of products that embody our commitment to pray, stand, speak, and act. As the official site for the Untamed podcast, all of our products proclaim speaking the truth with courage. We also have the powerful documentary from Professor David Clements, Let My People Go. Identify yourself as one of the few who are willing to stand for what they believe in. Join the Honor-Bound USA family today. Wear it as a badge of honor, commitment to the values that shape us, and a pledge to the bright future we will build together. Because when you're honor-bound, you're not just wearing a brand, you're embodying a lifestyle.
What would you say if we told you you could reverse most any ailment or symptom
Without painful exercises in just 88 days? We have created the only patent-pending intercellular hydration protocol.
Don't miss your opportunity to feel better. We know there's a lot of false hope out there, and many people have bought programs that work for a moment, but life's a lot longer than a moment.
We have been helping people gain intercellular hydration for nearly 3 decades.
You will lose fat, not weight, fat, fast, including that killer visceral fat. Chronic dehydration is one of the root causes of many ailments and symptoms. Ask your doctor about Energized Health. Don't miss your opportunity to transform your health now.
Go to the website below or scan the QR code to learn more.
Possible side effects may include increased joy, energy, potential reduction in prescriptions, more fulfilling relationships, fewer doctor visits, and overall improved quality of health and life.
Hi, I'm Joe, Supreme Leader of DCF Guns. What is DCF Guns, you ask? We're the best damn gun store and range in the universe. Do we have guns? We have all the guns. We got small guns. We got big guns. We even have beastly guns. We offer all types of training, and we have 5 ranges across our 3 locations. I'm a good shot. And of course, we have all types of ammo. We even have flamethrowers. Woo! We offer incredible membership opportunities, and members save even more on guns, ammo, and accessories. Military, both active and retired, and first responders get up to 40% off memberships. Come join the DCF family today, where we keep the range hot and the deals hotter. It's hot.
$10 billion are stolen every year from Americans by online scammers. Every day, millions of people fall victim to online threats. Over 30 million spam calls are made per day in America, with over 50% of daily emails being considered spam. And that's not all. On average, over 40% of devices are vulnerable to hackers, and each person in America has 10 passwords stolen per year. Can you imagine having unrecoverable credit card debt? Your savings drained to zero, your home foreclosed on, your identity stolen and ruined, your entire life, poof, gone. Introducing Safe and Secure. With the advanced programs, you'll be able to stay in control and keep hackers out. Don't let the cyber criminals win. Safe and Secure. shield against hackers, and embrace peace of mind. Visit PadoxaSNS.com for more information and to learn how to keep yourself protected.
Hi, this is Wayne Alaroot. If you're sick and tired of supporting woke companies, I have great news for you. You don't have to anymore. You can shop where my family shops at GreatPatriotStore.com. My team researched thousands of companies for my best-selling book, The Great Patriot Boycott Book, and one stood out above all, GreatPatriotStore.com. This is the answer to inflation. Hundreds of household products that you're already buying. Much higher quality, no toxic chemicals, delivered right to your door at incredible prices. 20,000 American families are joining every month, and you should too. And now they've got the beef, pasture-raised with no hormones, antibiotics, or mRNA ever, exclusively available only to their members. Like Costco or Sam's Club, you need to become a member. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. Fill out the form and they'll contact you right away. And boom, you're a member. For a limited time, the annual membership is $1. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. That's GreatPatriotStore.com. Got to yet. The DOJ, of course, we all know, is presenting Russiagate hoax charges to a grand jury for criminal charges like criminal conspiracy and I hope treason against a sitting president of the United States and also against a presidential candidate. They tried to steal the 2016 election, and then when he won, they tried to destroy his presidency, and then they tried to, steal, and did steal, in my opinion, Reagan steal the 2020 election, and then they went after him with fake indictments, tried to put him in jail for life. And everybody forgets that raid on Mar-a-Lago, they said shoot to kill. They wanted him to be home, and if he had put up a fight, they would have killed former President Donald J. Trump, and they would have said, well, he deserved it. He fought with agents. He tried to kill them. That's what they would say. Remember, in the first term, they said he took over the wheel of the limousine, the first car, the presidential limousine. He took over the wheel for the Secret Service guy, fought with him, and then it turned out that was a total made-up lie. And so they would use a total made-up lie to murder him and then act like, he's a crazy man and he attacked the FBI agents at the scene, and they had to shoot him. I mean, it's truly, truly incredible what's been going on. But I just want President Trump to know, and I'm going to write this hopefully in the next couple days. You got to have time, right? I'm writing so many things. People now know how good my writings are. So everyone wants to write a column with me. So they're all feeding me stuff. Let's write this together. Let's write that together. I got so many columns to write. I got like 100 lined up. I don't know when they're coming out, but I want to write this is the most dangerous moment in history for both President Trump and America, because these people are cornered, and they're not going to go quietly. Hillary, Obama, all these bad people who are so important with giant legacies, you think they're just going to go to prison? They're going to let you send them to prison? No, they're going to try and kill you, President Trump. Not only are they going to try and murder you / assassinate you, but they're also going to try and frame you, right, and send you to prison for something you didn't do. And they're going to try and create a diversion, a distraction, some sort of an attack on America, whether it's a pandemic, whether it's a terrorist attack, whether it's World War III, whether it's a missile attack. Something bad is going to happen, and they're going to use it to take the spotlight off of Russiagate and the crimes of Obama. Very important moment in time. Trump accumulates wins on the Supreme Court's emergency docket. It's amazing that Trump and his ambitious agenda has been met with order after order from lower courts temporarily blocking him. But many of those have been lifted by the Supreme Court, handing Trump a lot of victories. And it's all known as the emergency or shadow docket, a set of urgent appeals that the Supreme Court often decides without oral argument. And the resulting decisions, at least 21 in Trump's second administration, Trump's winning streak. The administration has been remarkably successful in front of the Supreme Court, obtaining relief in 14 out of 18 appeals. Trump's been the winner. Trump's been the winner. That's good. Good news. Good news, good news, good news. Shocking record explosion in student loan delinquencies. So now we got a new problem, New problem. It's just really amazing how many kids, student loan balances edged up by $7 billion and now stand at $1.64 trillion. This could be one of the biggest, remember the mortgage disaster that hurtled America into this incredible debt crisis and economic collapse in 2008, 2009 period? This could be happening again, triggered by student loan defaults. No one could pay it back. You know why? They're a bunch of liberal losers who live in mommy's basement, have no money and no job, and they took basket weaving 101. They took African American Studies 101. You can't get a job from that. They took art history. There's no job for an art history maker. There's no job for someone who knows a lot about the history of African Americans. There's no work for you. So now they've got $100,000 in debt. And why do they have $100,000 in debt? It should be $20,000, but it's $100 because the entire education system is a ripoff. That's why. It's a total giant ripoff. Paying way too much money to professors. Can you imagine? Professors make like $500,000 a year to teach 1 or 2 courses. They're all overpaid liberal losers who teach you nothing that works in the real world. All right, Diabetes Reversal Group is the sponsor of this show. Diabetes, scourge of our time, ravages your body, bankrupts you, bankrupts the country's medical system. 37 million Americans have diabetes. 98 million are pre-diabetic. It's stunning. But the good news is Diabetes Reversal Group has the only patented system in the world that reverses type 2 diabetes. They'll guarantee it after following the program. If your A1C is in 5.9 or lower, taking no diabetic meds, you get a 100% refund plus $1,000 just for trying it. Go to reversemydiabetesfast.com. Reversemydiabetesfast.com. Who can resist that? Big guest coming up. Hi, this is Wayne Alaroot. If you're sick and tired of supporting woke companies, I have great news for you. You don't have to anymore. You can shop where my family shops at GreatPatriotStore.com. My team researched thousands of companies for my best-selling book, The Great Patriot Boycott Book, and one stood out above all, GreatPatriotStore.com. This is the answer to inflation. Hundreds of household products that you're already buying. Much higher quality, no toxic chemicals, delivered right to your door at incredible prices. 20,000 American families are joining every month, and you should too. And now they've got the beef, pasture raised with no hormones, antibiotics, or mRNA ever, exclusively available only to their members. Like Costco or Sam's Club, you need to become a member. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. Fill out the form and they'll contact you right away. And boom, you're a member. For a limited time, the annual membership is $1. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. That's GreatPatriotStore.com. All right, welcome back. My guest is Dr. Christine Burke. She is a triple board-certified medical physician, 32 years of experience, published author, associate professor of preventative medicine at Loma Linda School of Medicine, and she is the chief medical officer for Diabetes Reversal Group, which has the only patented system in the world that reverses type 2 diabetes, and they guarantee results. Dr. Burke, how do you define reversing type 2 diabetes?
So type 2 diabetes is reversed when you have a hemoglobin A1C of 5.9 or lower, and you're taking no diabetic medications, including insulin, to achieve that. That's what we do.
What are the most common side effects of type 2 diabetes?
Lots of side effects. Blurred vision that can lead to retinopathy or blindness, kidney problems that can lead to dialysis, heart problems that could lead to heart attack or stroke, erectile dysfunction in men, neuropathy in the feet that could lead to amputation. Plus, diabetics are twice as likely to develop Alzheimer's and dementia and 50% more likely to get cancer. That's why it's really critical to reverse your type 2 diabetes so you can prevent all these complications.
What about the latest craze with Ozempic and all these other drugs like it, these diet drugs, weight loss drugs? Tell us the story.
So those are called GLP-1 agonists like Ozempic. Those are the latest trendy meds, but When you're looking at diabetes and weight loss, they can be effective, but they also have side effects. And that's already led to some class action lawsuits being filed due to the damage that they can cause. And they're also forever medications. Almost everyone has to continue to take them forever to maintain the benefit. And our patients, they don't want to take medications forever. They want to get healthier. They want to get off all of their medications for good. And that's what we help them with.
Now, with your program, you guarantee results. Guarantee. How does that work?
So if someone follows our program as directed and their diabetes isn't reversed, they get a 100% refund plus $1,000 just for trying it. So they really have nothing to lose by trying our program. We're so confident in this methodology.
How can people learn about your patented type 2 diabetes reversal program?
Well, we offer several free webinars every week where people can learn all about our program. And to register, they can just go to reversemydiabetesfast.com.
Reversemydiabetesfast.com. Reversemydiabetesfast.com. Go there. Dr. Christine Burke, she is the medical director of the Diabetes Reversal Group. We appreciate you coming on the show. Reversemydiabetesfast.com. Hi, I'm Wayne LaRoute from Vertical Research Advisory, VRA, Kip Herridge's one-of-a-kind global investment and economic newsletter. Listen up. Trump is in charge. The glory days are here.
Growth rates are only going to grow from here.
This is your 4-year window to make a fortune and set up your retirement for the rest of your life. Kip wins whether the markets are up or down, whether the economy is up or down.
We set our folks up for long-term success.
For 21 years, Kip's been a friend, as well as my personal financial advisor. During that time, he's beaten the markets 86% of the time, while the average Wall Street money manager loses to the market 90% of the time. Now Kip is predicting a new golden age for the economy. Let Kip prove it to you for free. Kip's offering his daily VRA investment letter completely free for 2 weeks. Free for 2 weeks. Try it for 2 weeks. I know you'll stay for life. Join now at VRAinsider.com.
Hi, this is Andy Ross, CEO of American Rebel. We just launched America's patriotic, God-fearing, Constitution-loving, national anthem singing, stand your ground beer with overwhelming success. We're going after our share of the $110 billion beer market. Some say we're the fastest growing beer in U.S. history. We just say it tastes like freedom. Check us out on NASDAQ, AREB. American Rebel is the only beer we're drinking round here.
The root is on fire. Before I get to my guest, Barack Lurie, who's always a fabulous guest, first class all the way. Enjoy having him on the show. I want to mention the sponsor of this segment of the show, and it is Lost Soldier Oil and Gas. This is the second term of President Trump. It's all about drill, baby, drill, and making America the energy capital of the world. And this one project could be the centerpiece of Trump's agenda, because Lost Soldier Oil and Gas is founded by second-generation oil and gas legend Mark Bruner. His companies have created more than $15 billion in shareholder value, including Ultra Petroleum, which went from 15 cents a share as a public company to $200 a share at its peak. A $10,000 investment over a 10-year period in that public company grew to $13 million. If you put $10,000 in the company, the stock went to $13 million for your $10,000. Lost Soldier is Mark's newest project. It took 40 years to piece together this 40,000-acre giant gas discovery field. Mark believes it is the last major basin-centered gas accumulation play that hasn't been drilled forevermore in United States history. Lost Soldier's giant gas discovery could become as renowned as the Permian Basin. This is the right time, the right place, the right management team. Each of Lost Soldier's top executives has 40-plus years of experience in oil and gas, and we got the right President Trump. If you're an accredited investor and would like to get involved or would like to know more about this project, just go to lostsoldier.com, fill out the contact form. Someone will get back to you right away. lostsoldier.com. lostsoldier.com. Very exciting stuff. All right. Speaking of exciting, Barack Lurie's with us, attorney, best-selling author of the Atheism Kills series, a big believer in God, a great man. I know his family, great wife, great kids, lucky man, blessed. His website, BarackLurie.com, BarackLurie.com. Hey, Barack, how are you?
Hey, Wayne, how are you? It's amazing times right now, and I love what you said before this segment. It's really fascinating about how Obama and everyone else feels so trapped, and they will lash out. I think you're spot on.
Yeah, I hope I'm wrong, but I know them, so I think I'm right, so we'll see. And then, of course, at the moment I say they'll unleash a pandemic on us, we hear that there's a pandemic in China, and they're locking people down, and they're shutting off their ability to leave towns, and they're warning it's in other countries, and some are saying it's in America right now. So there you go. There you go.
That has never happened
before. We were going to talk about we were going to talk about some other things, but I just had my guest last hour was Alan Dershowitz. And I'm going to ask you the same question I asked him, because I'm American-born Jew, and I love Israel. I don't love it like I love America. I'm America first, but I do love Israel. And I'm sick of hearing the lies and the slander and the libel when people, even on the right, are saying, Marjorie Taylor Greene, that she says Jews are starving Gaza. They're killing babies. Jews are murderers. And I'll tell you what I think. I think that these are the same people that when Jews get murdered, they're all very happy. They don't say a word. They could care less. But when Jews fight back, somehow there's a lot of people in the world who get angry when Jews fight back. They don't like that. They think we're supposed to sit back and get slaughtered. So I'm sick of hearing these lies. Jews don't kill babies, and Jews don't starve populations. What do you say when you hear that lie that Jews are starving Gaza and Jews have orders to shoot children?
It's a little bit like it has something in common with the story you talked about before about Obama being feel like he's cornered and has to do something drastic. It's because this is the last bastion. Israel is the last bastion of decency and Western civilization. It's the ultimate center of Western civilization. And they cannot abide the idea that Israel is the good guy. Because if they accept that Israel is the good guy, that means that they have to accept the basis of Western civilization. They have to accept the basis of the Ten Commandments as the center of that civilization. It means that they have to accept the concept of accountability. And so if you're trying to destroy Israel, this is the mindset of a lot of the left. If you're trying to destroy Israel and you succeed in destroying Israel, then you're allowed to do just about anything else that you want, whether that's to sex it up, booze it up, cheat on your taxes, do whatever you need to do. That is somehow acceptable all of a sudden. So they don't like this moral underpinning of Israel, and that's really what they're going after. That is the reason why Israel is, quote unquote, hated so much by so much of the left. And it's why America loves Israel, because it's exactly the opposite of what the left claims. It is the center of morality.
And I'm going to take a stab here.
Yeah.
But Brock, I just want to take a stab here. I'm not there, so I can't see boots on the ground what's going on, but I know you were born in Israel and your relatives are in Israel. And, all I could say is if people are, in fact, starving in Gaza, and I don't know if that's true. I know they showed a starving baby, and then it turned out that baby has a horrible disease, and that's why the baby's starving. But if people are starving in Gaza, it's because I'm assuming America and Israel are giving them all the food they need, and Hamas is stealing it all so that people starve and they can blame Israel. That would sound like exactly the way Hamas and the Palestinians have always operated.
Whatever starvation is going on is at the foot of Hamas. That is absolutely right. But I would even take it further, Wayne, and say that there's not the starvation that they're claiming, because would that be the case, then you would expect to see hundreds of people in camp one way or the other. Hamas would take photos of it. They're very good at taking videos and photos, right? Whenever they see an opportunity. Since they don't have that, all they do is they take that one photo, I think you just alluded to it, Wayne, of the little baby that had cerebral palsy, I believe, and say, here's a starving kid. There was actually his sibling, I think a brother, was right next to him, and he was perfectly healthy. So why is this little kid starving and his brother is not starving? It doesn't make any sense. So the lack of these photos really is much more telling than anything else. It's all a big ruse, it's all a big lie, but this is something that they have to do because they're desperate. They have no other angle.
Right. So Netanyahu just announced that he wants a full takeover of Gaza, right. And Trump, when asked about it, said that's Israel's business, not mine. They got to do what they got to do, which is the perfect answer, by the way. But my question for you is, what do you think about that? What do you think about Israel taking over Gaza? What's your gut tell you?
You know, since the 1960s and then the early 1970s, I have been waiting for the end of the horrible thing called Roe v. Wade, the end of abortion. I was also waiting for the end of something called affirmative action. And we got those 2 Supreme Court cases on that. I've also been waiting for the end of Palestinian rule over Gaza, and specifically Hamas rule over Gaza. And now finally we're seeing that. This is a great moment in time. There's no good that can come out having self-rule by the Palestinians in Gaza. It just doesn't work well. They always turn to a terrorist organization. If it's not Hamas, it'll be Fatah. If it's not Fatah, it'll be the PLO. If it's not them, it'll be ISIS. Something horrific will happen in the Gaza Strip, and of course also what's known as the West Bank. So the only answer to this situation is just letting the Gazans leave voluntarily, which is exactly what's beginning to happen, and Israel eventually taking over. Or for that matter, I don't care. An international community taking over and with the commercial properties like Trump suggested, I think that'd be fantastic. So it can only be good.
Trump International Gaza.
There you go. I love it. So I'm very happy about this. It is a moment whose time has come. I don't see why any Gazan would ever hope to come back to the rubble that is now Gaza, with all the dangers associated with it. Mm-hmm. They are now expressing their hatred of Hamas, as they should. And you might even say that it's more palpable than their hatred for Israel. So this is a new development. We're actually beginning to see the answers, the true hatred of the Gazans, of the contemptuous group called Hamas. Good things are going to arise out of this. And I think only Israel can do it in the massively humanitarian way that they always do.
And of course, Canada is now announcing they're going to support a Palestinian state. Where are they going to put the Palestinian state? If it's not Gaza, where do they think it'll be?
You know, it's a mystery. I don't know what France and England and now Canada think that this Palestine country that they're trying to recognize, what it looks like, where it will be, who will be the governing structure of it. It doesn't make any sense. So it's a little bit like saying I'm recognizing the gypsies. Okay, fine. Where are they? And who is the leader? And what is their governing body of rules? So there's nothing to recognize is the point I think that you're making. And it's a very good point.
Last, we got 2 minutes to go. Let's go over one more topic, and that is this grand jury probe into Obama and Hillary and Clapper and Brennan and the whole group, Comey and McCabe, all the dastardly deeds of this evil conspiracy and this evil communist cabal called Russiagate. Where do you think this leads? Do you think that Hillary and Obama are actually in trouble right now and could wind up indicted?
I think there's a very good chance of that. Hillary really was very desperate. We now have emails from Hillary showing that she was really one of the signatories to this whole massive Russiagate concoction. So if she concocted it and she gave the green light to it, specifically to avoid the email scandal that she had from before, then I don't know why she wouldn't be the target of investigation. But likewise with Obama. So,
well, and but hey, Barack, if she was involved, she didn't do it without the support and approval and knowledge of the president above her, and that was Obama. So it had to be Obama's involvement too.
I agree. Look, I mean, this is a man who decided it's okay to spy on the campaign headquarters of Trump If he felt the nerve, the chutzpah to do that, I don't think that he would have any problem with concocting the Russiagate collusion story. There you go. To me,
I'm telling you, all roads lead to Obama.
Yep.
Telling you, Obama's the guy. Obama and Hillary. All roads lead to Obama and Hillary. Barack Lurie, attorney, best-selling author of the Atheism Kills series, radio and podcast host, and his website, Barack Lurie, L-U-R-I-E, BarackLurie.com. There's his website. And we enjoy having you on, Barack, always. And I enjoy your friendship. Thank you, my man.
Thank you, Wayne.
We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
In every thread, in every stitch, Honor-Bound USA weaves the fabric of the American spirit. It's not just apparel, it's a testament to God, family, and country. At Honor-Bound USA, we're a family of patriots who put our faith, family, and America first. When you visit our website, you'll find a line of products that embody our commitment to pray, stand, speak, and act. As the official site for the Untamed podcast, all of our products proclaim speaking the truth with courage. We also have the powerful documentary from Professor David Clements, Let My People Go. Identify yourself as one of the few who are willing to stand for what they believe in. Join the Honor-Bound USA family today. Wear it as a badge of honor, commitment to the values that shape us, and a pledge to the bright future we will build together. Because when you're honor-bound, you're not just wearing a brand, you're embodying a lifestyle.
What would you say if we told you you could reverse most any ailment or symptom
without painful exercises in just 88 days? We have created the only patent-pending intercellular hydration protocol.
Don't miss your opportunity to feel better. We know there's a lot of false hope out there, and many people have bought programs that work for a moment, but life's a lot longer than a moment.
We have been helping people gain intercellular hydration for nearly 3 decades.
You will lose fat, not weight, fat. Fast, including that killer visceral fat. Chronic dehydration is one of the root causes of many ailments and symptoms. Ask your doctor about Energized Health. Don't miss your opportunity to transform your health now.
Go to the website below or scan the QR code to learn more.
Possible side effects may include increased joy, energy, potential reduction in prescriptions, more fulfilling relationships, fewer doctor visits, and overall improved quality of health and life.
Hi, I'm Joe, Supreme Leader of DCF Guns. What is DCF Guns, you ask? We're the best damn gun store and range in the universe. Do we have guns? We have all the guns. We got small guns. We got big guns. We even have beastly guns. We offer all types of training, and we have 5 ranges across our 3 locations. I'm a good shot. And of course, we have all types of ammo. We even have flamethrowers! Woo! We offer incredible membership opportunities, and members save even more on guns, ammo, and accessories. Military, both active and retired, and first responders get up to 40% off memberships. Come join the DCF family today, where we keep the range hot and the deals hotter. It's hot.
$10 billion are stolen every year from Americans by online scammers. Every day, millions of people fall victim to online threats. Over 30 million spam calls are made per day in America, with over 50% of daily emails being considered spam. And that's not all. On average, over 40% of devices are vulnerable to hackers, and each person in America has 10 passwords stolen per year. Can you imagine having unrecoverable credit card debt? Your savings drained to zero, your home foreclosed on, your identity stolen and ruined, your entire life, poof, gone. Introducing Safe and Secure. With the advanced programs, you'll be able to stay in control and keep hackers out. Don't let the cyber criminals win. Safe and Secure. Shield against hackers and embrace peace of mind. Visit PadoxaSNS.com for more information and to learn how to keep yourself protected.
Hi, This is Wayne Allen Root. If you're sick and tired of supporting woke companies, I have great news for you. You don't have to anymore. You can shop where my family shops at GreatPatriotStore.com. My team researched thousands of companies for my best-selling book, The Great Patriot Boycott Book, and one stood out above all, GreatPatriotStore.com. This is the answer to inflation. Hundreds of household products that you're already buying. Much higher quality, no toxic chemicals, delivered right to your door at incredible prices. 20,000 American families are joining every month, and you should too. And now they've got the beef, pasture-raised with no hormones, antibiotics, or mRNA ever, exclusively available only to their members. Like Costco or Sam's Club, you need to become a member. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. Fill out the form and they'll contact you right away. And boom, you're a member. For a limited time, the annual membership is $1. Go to GreatPatriotStore.com. That's GreatPatriotStore.com. Welcome to the War Zone, the Mecca of MAGA, sponsored by the Gateway Pundit. You can find me at rootforamerica.com. You can find this show at rootforamerica.com or the top of the Gateway Pundit every day, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. You can find it at untamednation.com, which helps us produce this show. You can find it at rumble.com. We're on Rumble, so look up Wayne Root, Wayne Allen Root, or Warzone, and we're in all of them. Or you can also watch me on weekends with my TV show that's on Dish Network. And you can find it in 100 other places. Just go to Real America's Voice TV network. And my show is America's Top 10 Countdown, noon East Coast time, on noon East, 9 a.m. West, on Real America's Voice TV, America's Top 10 Countdown. It also runs 4 or 5 times a weekend. It's the most popular show each weekend on the network. Biden regime pressured J.P. Morgan and Bank of America to debank President Trump after January 6th. Two of the largest banking giants in the world debanked Trump under pressure from the Biden regime. Trump told CNBC Squawk Box they rejected him as a customer after he tried to deposit over $1 billion. Bank of America CEO Brian Moynihan said, "We can't do it." So I went to another one. I ended up going to small banks all over the place. I mean, putting 10 million here, 10 million there. Wow. They kept Trump out of their banks after pressure from Biden's banking regulators. I mean, what happened in this country? How do you differentiate that from Hitler in the 1930s? Again, I'm not talking about the Holocaust in the 1940s. I'm talking about the 1930s where they debanked Jews. No bank would take a Jew's money in Germany. And that's the kind of thing they would do. And I've said it all along. The things that happened under Biden were very much like Nazi Germany, the 1930s, not 1940s. I don't go near the Holocaust. Got nothing to do with the Holocaust. The Holocaust is the worst thing ever. But beating up Jews in the street and calling them names and demonizing them and debanking them and throwing rocks through their windows and forcing them to get vaccinated against their will, that's what they did in Germany in the 1930s, and that's what they did. And they... Papers! The Gestapo. Do you have your papers? Well, that's what they did with vaccine passports under Joe Biden and vaccine mandates with an experimental deadly vaccine. Speaking of an experimental deadly vaccine, let's talk about some developments with the vaccine today. So HHS under RFK Jr. says the mRNA vaccines are more dangerous than traditional vaccines. And RFK Jr. halts $500 million in mRNA funding. Department of Health and Human Services has announced a major shift in vaccine development priorities, winding down the mRNA-related activities. The decision follows a thorough review of investments made during the COVID-19 emergency. Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. emphasized that the move is based on scientific data and expert input. And now HHS is terminating 22 mRNA vaccine projects worth God knows how much money, as these vaccines have shown limitations in protecting against upper respiratory infections like COVID and the flu. Unbelievable. Great job. Who ever imagined that RFK Jr. would be named by Trump to be the head of HHS? I did. I wrote the column like a year before the election. I said, don't make him your VP. But you can make him the head of HHS, and he will go after the big pharma and the vaccine manufacturers, and that's exactly what happened. RFK Jr. takes steps to ban the use of food stamps for soda and candy, another great move. He says the taxpayer-funded SNAP is funding more than $40 million a day on sugary drinks. We're spending $405 million on SNAP, and that's food stamps, and 10% is going to sugary drinks. And if you add candles to that, it's 13 to 17%. And he's saying we all believe in free choice. If you want to buy these things, buy them, but not with government money. You can't use your food stamps to buy them, and I could not agree more. Here's the most important story, though. Renowned oncologist sounds the alarm. Cancer deaths are now surging among those who got the COVID booster shot. Dr. Angus Dalgleish, funny name, Dalgleish, a world-renowned oncologist and vaccine researcher, has issued a chilling warning that the COVID mRNA booster program may have been one of the greatest medical missteps in history. How many times have I said this on the show? The booster is the kill shot. The COVID vaccine is bad. It doesn't work. It doesn't keep you out of the hospital. It doesn't stop the spread of disease. And it might kill you. But the booster is 100 times worse because it has so many spike proteins in it. It's the kill shot. And this Dalgleish, a professor of oncology at St. George's University in London, is sounding the alarm over the surging number of cancer deaths being recorded among those who received the so-called boosters. I've been talking about this for years now. All my friends who are dying, dead, or very sick, all of them got the COVID vaccine, and almost all of them got the booster. It's incredible to me. This has not been banned yet, but certainly I can't imagine anybody gives it to their kids. That's suicide. That's child abuse. That's sick. You've got to be a moron to not know that this stuff is an experimental vaccine that's killed millions. Lost Soldier Oil and Gas, sponsor of this show. Check them out. If you're an accredited investor would like to get involved in this opportunity, go to lostsoldier.com, fill out the contact form, and they will get right back to you. It could be the last major basin-centered gas accumulation play that has not been drilled in the United States of America. Check it out, lostsoldier.com. Thanks for sponsoring the show. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Warzone!